All right, so we've got a little video here on what ducklings would need in an indoor setup. Obviously, if you want to go outdoor with a mama duck, you don't need any of this stuff, really. Well, you will need some of this stuff, but let's just go over all of the parts that we've got here in this setup. And we've got 5 beautiful, let's see, what are they, 4-day-old Muscovy ducklings here. And they're all doing great. And so your indoor setup starts with some kind of container. This one we just picked up at Home Depot. It's one of the yellow lid large Tupperwares, kind of like a heavy duty black plastic. This one I think is, somewhere in the like 6 to 18 inches wide and 24 to 30 inches long. And the reason that we went with the longer one as opposed to the shorter one is because when you have your heat source, you want the ducklings to be able to get closer and farther away from it as they need to. And so if your container is too small, they might not be able to get away from the heat if they need to. So you want to just have enough room so that they can come and go from the heat source. Obviously we have a heat source. This is just a regular heavy duty floodlight with a heat bulb in it, both also just from Home Depot hardware store. The bottom of this container is lined with regular straw. That's something you can pick up at any feed store. Some pet stores probably carry it as well. You can also use dry mowed grass. We've done that before. So like from your yard. If you save the grass, you can just use that. They just need something that's not slippery. If they have a slippery floor, they can sometimes injure their legs or their feet by slipping around. And so you want a bedding that is going to give them grip, but also take care of some of the poop issue. That is a feeder that I just constructed haphazardly out of wood. It has several holes for multiple ducks to be eating at the same time, and then it top feeds with a duckling food. So there's all kinds of different flock raiser and or duck food. You would probably want the crumbles because when they are this small, the pellets are kind of a challenge for them. And so yeah, I would recommend the crumbles. They also have the right protein percent for a growing bird versus a fully grown bird. And then the last thing you'd want is a water source. You can use a dish. Like, it does not have to be fancy. And having done several DIY versions, something that's sort of gravity fed like this one and large capacity like this one. This is like a 1 gallon. It uses lack of air pressure in here to hold the water down there. This is awesome. I wish I had gotten one of these my first year. It just makes life so simple. And some kind of self-feeding feed holder. Life is good with those two things. Let's see. I had tried to arrange it so that there wasn't really a place. Like if I had put this in the corner, a duckling could get stuck in the corner potentially. I didn't want that to happen. Same with kind of just like how you arrange it. Imagine that they are just going to find their way everywhere. You don't want a spot where they can get stuck or injured when you're not there. So all of those things considered, if you're outside, you obviously still need food and water for your babies. And so you might need special apparatus for them to reach, because like my grown ducks eat out of a bucket with a hole in it that's like far higher than they'd be able to reach. So I would still need something like this, probably still need something like this. And then the heat source is most necessary if they get wet and or in their first like 3 days. I think this morning when I came in to check on them, and this is their 4th day, they were all huddled like right over here, as far away from the light as they could get. And so really what I'm planning on doing from now on is just having the light off, unless they go for a swim. I'll probably line that up sometime soon, and then that'll work. So that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.